If you hood educated, I'm glad you made it. Allow me to unfold my knowledge, wisdom, and understanding from a hood brother's point of view to all of you, here, there, and everywhere. Now check me out.
Year-old Susano Archuleta. Our crews spoke with Amari Peterson's family yesterday at their home in Modesto. His father, Patrick Peterson, says that Amari was a straight-A student and a football player. His dad says Amari was looking forward to meeting a local rapper who was performing at that birthday party. He says his son was shot in the chest and that he held Amari in his arms as he died.
I'm on top of Amari. I'm trying to grab him. I'm like trying to see where he's hit because he's just sitting there just going. And I'm just like, man, I'm like, where you hit at? Where you hit at? And I look and he had a hole the size of a nickel on his chest. And Daddy is sorry and Daddy love you and Daddy miss you.
We're also hearing from the families of those impacted. ABC 10's Gabriel Porras has been on scene every day since the night of that tragedy. And he spoke to the family of the 14-year-old victim from Modesto.
Gabriel, tell us, what have they shared with you today?
Yeah, Chris and Laura, I sat down with the family of 14-year-old Amari Peterson. The word devastating doesn't even begin to cover it. That family gathered inside of this building on Saturday to celebrate the birthday of a 2-year-old. They would have never imagined that just 48 hours later, it would turn into a memorial for their own child. I want to warn you that the details the father shares about the final moments of his young son's life are simply gut-wrenching. Any father remembers the day their child is born.
He was just like the perfect gift from God.
But this father, Patrick Peterson, is now burdened to live with the day his son died.
All I could see is my son crawling on the ground and me trying to resuscitate him.
At just 14, Amari Peterson took his last breath.
He had one bullet hole right above his heart.
Amari and his family, a few of the dozens on Saturday who were just trying to celebrate the birthday of a 2-year-old.
I just heard gunshots and then the shooter came in and he came in. I turned my back and I looked at him and then I just started seeing him shoot. Just sit down.
Patrick's daughter was grazed, and in the panic before he could even react,
everybody running off and then my son is just sitting there just crawling, trying to get up. So I got my baby. I had to hop back over the counter and I'm trying to see what's going on with him. I'm trying to give him CPR and the bullet and he just got blood coming out his face, and it's just something that a father should never have to go through.
What no one should ever endure is now on a painful replay.
Every time I get ready to lay down, I'm like laying over my son while he's sitting there breathing, trying to breathe. Every day he would tell me, Dad, I love you. Dad, I appreciate you. Every night, every morning. Every night, every morning, that boy would tell me he loved me.
A loving boy, a gentle soul, a life taken, and a community shaken.
He was loved by like so many people. He loved sports, he loved football, he loved basketball. You know, he ran a little bit of track, but overall, he was just a gentle soul. And I just can't see why God would let something like this happen.
And that is the question that so many people are asking tonight. Why did this happen? Right now, we don't know the answer. Investigators say they're working on it. So far, for now, this memorial grows with candles and flowers and so many families now mourning. Amari's family tells me they've received so many calls and texts in the past 48 hours with people showing support. They are raising money online to plan for a funeral, something they would have never planned for, never prepared for, never would have expected. Live in Stockton, Gabriel Porras, ABC.
Cold-blooded demonstration. I'm talking about. I don't even want to imagine nothing like that. I can't wish that type of pain, that type of hurt on anybody. I'm talking about, because for those of us who have children, right? One of our obligations to our children is to protect them from any type of harm, mentally, emotionally, physically. Anything that causes our children stress, we are the stress relievers, right? And so for a brother to see a child that he raised from a baby dying from a gunshot wound and there is nothing that he can do about it. Look, we gotta understand something, y'all. Certain things stick with us forever, right? And the things that I'm talking about, the mass majority of the time that stays with us, that is lodged in our memory bank, is pain. And I'm not talking about physical pain, because you can hurt yourself as a child, and then you get to an older age and you say, man, I don't remember how I did this, But when something affects you and hurts you mentally and emotionally, that's in that memory bank. That ain't going nowhere. You might forget it every now and then, but you never get over it. You see, your mind is always going to recall. I mean, any little thing will make your mind recall what hurt you emotionally and mentally. For an example, for those of us who have been in relationships where things ain't go right, a song might come on and you say, nah, man, turn that off. I ain't trying to hear that. That remind me what happened with me and the old girl, or, a place, a part, a landmark or something that might hit you or something. You might say, no, girl, I can't go over there no more because of this, what happened. You see what I'm saying? So when stuff hits us emotionally and mentally, it stay in this mainframe right here. It's downloaded. It ain't going nowhere. And for this brother right here, I can only imagine every time there's a birthday, it's gonna hit him. It's gonna hit him right here and it's gonna hit him right there because of what he's seen with his son. Cold-blooded demonstration. Now, according to some reports, right, they are saying that 7 people have been arrested, right? And 2 of the people that have been arrested are 2 of the guys who was targeted at the party. One goes by the name of Flyboy Doggy, and another one goes by the name of Nanu, or Nunu, or Nono, Nanu, Manu, something like that, right? But you know how the gangbangers, they have all these funny names and stuff like that. But I believe it's Nanu, right? And both of these guys right here are some of the most disrespectful gangbangers that ever walked the earth. These guys right here have no problem with disrespecting dead people. These guys have no problem talking about shooting people in front of their kids, killing people in front of their kids, not caring if the kids are around when the stuff go down. And so by them being that way, we only can assume that they possibly could have went on missions where kids were close proximity and they didn't care. And as a result of that, this is what we get. We get a mass shooting at a child's birthday party. And the cold-blooded part about all that is Nanu, it was his daughter's, excuse me, it was his friend's daughter's birthday party. And, being that he know that he talk all that crazy stuff, being that he know he done disrespected people and possibly went on missions and stuff like that when kids was around and he didn't care nothing about that, how can you expect, as a gangbanger, anybody with any sense, how can you expect your ops to have some type of reserve when they see you around kids and stuff like that? They're not going to have no reserve. They're not gonna say, we gotta hold on, man, because Nanu over there with them kids, man, we can't do that, right? And so, word has been coming out that this right here has something to do with a gang war in Stockton. There's a large gang down there called the Mud Brothers, MB. Check it out.
Leave some, we spazzing out for brother, tryna bleed some. Sliding up, providing, bang the gang, I'm tryna see some. Walk up on his load, he can get a chance to let his feet run. Can't call you my brother, seen it suck a load, you ain't beat none. I can't sit right if no suck ain't get cleared out. I just get high cause it's hard to let the tears out. Crash out, posting on them guns, see what them straps about. Every time we get a location, they getting camped out.
Spaz out, parking nigga.
Mama still ain't found him on that driveway. Do the drill my way. Walk up and chase a nigga down, yeah, the right way. No for spinning blocks and dropping shots, yeah, that's lightweight. Want a nigga gone and tap in, you know that crime pay. Gotta keep that fan close.
On hooligan, script para movie lang. Stick na sa funny pa-click, puro hooligan. Shit ko bahala kung mahuli man. Shoot, face ko, sa kawang pinarap. Hooligan, pakira mas pass out, bitch. Shibigay niya yung cash out. Kulang ka sa seminar, big gen and handout. Street post pang knockout, whips pag ang outside. Chips na sa camera, din sigaw mo sa barrage. Tutulungan mo sa crap, face on hooligan.
Name off doing skits. For the rappers, they were poppin', we play with paper when we was kids. We threw the island one way out or one way in. I ain't gonna talk about the scope, cause we been up, go ask the West. Y'all can't mention Spaz name for 48, someone got stretched. Ain't no donkeys over there, cause we the ones who really stepped.
Up in traffic with that bitch on me, I don't never slip. This that real murder music, you niggas bitches hit the blitz on him. Bounced out, got that boy whipping real shit. It ain't never safe, better keep your blick. Chasing down on that block, give a fuck about no kids. Free bands, them niggas still mad about that last shit. Grab gang, the suckers know we bag shit. Walking down with my bad face, in a fully switch. Up in traffic with that bitch on me, I don't never slip.
Y'all see what I'm saying? Now, them boys right there has been accused of multiple murders, shootings, stabbings, beatings, you know, everything that street guys do. These guys right here has been accused of that, right? And they have no problem with talking about it over their music. As you can see, they have no problem with saying, hey, look, we did this, we did that, or what about this that happened? We ain't gonna talk about this and all this old type of stuff. They have no problem with putting it out there. And so they have many ops. But one of their main ops is another group of brothers who call themselves EBK. Now listen to me. EBK and they rappers is some of the most disrespectful as well. EBK has been accused of murder and robbing, kidnapping, stealing, everything that criminals do. EBK been accused of that. And EBK is one of these guys, the Mud Brothers, arch enemies. Check it out.
Yeah, but I ain't stopping you. I'm a stripping, then I'm popping, dude. Yeah, that's what a hot would do. Any nigga saying fuck the gang, then we grabbing you. Catch him loafing with his kids, it do not matter.
Y'all see what I'm talking about? Here it is. These kids was caught in the middle of a gang war. Kids caught in the middle of a gang war. And the cold-blooded part about that is this right here. From the reports that I'm getting, they saying that even women are in these gangs. I'm talking about in riders and sliders and partaking in crimes and stuff like that. Now, that's not unheard of. Let's not get it twisted. But people are saying like the women out in Stockton, they with it. They with it. And look, to be real with y'all, the woman that threw the party, People are saying that she's gang related. This woman right here, check it out.
I threw a birthday party for my little daughter. She actually turned 2, and I just wanted all my family to come together and be together as it would be. Like, an incident happened. Has me getting ready to start my baby, to start cutting her cake and stuff. Everybody's getting ready to gather around and just start cutting the cake, and all we heard was gunshots, and everybody just fell to the ground. It was just unexpected. I don't know what happened. I'm just so shocked and lost, and I'm lost of words. I'm speechless, and I just want to say I'm sorry to all the mothers out there that lost their kids at my birthday party. I don't even know what was going on. Everybody was inside. It was just a misunderstanding. Everybody was getting ready to cut the cake, like I said, and I actually thought it was my balloons popping. It was gunshots. So it's my daughter's niece. Both his nieces passed away. My sister actually got shot. My cousin got shot. My son's friend got shot. My 3 of my friends got shot. My friend's baby dad got shot and got killed. Yes, I work for the AAA Whole Life Center. I work with the youth. This is why it's really hurting me, because I see youth all day. I see kids all day. I'm a mother of 3. So for me to see kids on the floor and just bleeding and I can't help them, and I help people that I help the youth at my job, it was hurting me not to help them on the floor. Try not to be in public all the time with your kids, because anything can happen and bullet does not have a name. I believe that if you guys ever have a birthday party, just have a birthday party indoors and don't be outside.
Y'all see what I'm saying? They saying that woman right there is gang related. So by her being gang related, it would make sense while all these other gang members and gangsters would come to this child's party. Because we gonna keep it 100, y'all. We ain't gonna sugarcoat it. Now, we gonna tell the truth of what we gonna do. Because a lot of the times when we throw a party for a child, that child party ends up being a grown-up party. And what I mean by that, yeah, the kids gonna play and we gonna do all the kid stuff and all that. But at the same time, you know, we gonna congregate too. We gonna be smoking that good old Mountain Lion Kush, talking about the past. We calling some of the homies through, you know, some of the brothers that we know we ain't seen in a while, you know what I'm saying? And we gonna drink and we gonna be merry, right? We gonna just kick it. We gonna turn up. You see? So we got to be 100 about that. But being that now that we are conscious, now that we understand the circumstances of being a gang member and a killer, no, you can't just be coming to parties and you can't just be doing that type of stuff like that. You can't be congregating like that with killers and gangbangers and think to your mind that their opposition is going to be like, no, the kids out there. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. And this right here is a prime example of that. So, I mean, word on the street is that, you know, that woman right there is a part, I can't say that she's a part of the shooting and all that, but she's with the shit. I'll just put it like that. Excuse my language. They saying that she with it, right? Now, 5 people have been arrested. And the cold-blooded part about these 5 arrests is this right here. The 5 people that were arrested comes from EBK's neighborhood. The 5 people that was arrested comes from EBK's stronghold. I'm talking about this is like they headquarters. And as I said before, and as I just showed y'all, EBK and Mud Brothers, I'm talking about they can't stand one another. Check it out. It appears that EBK and all their associates are being investigated for the mass shooting that happened Saturday, 6 p.m. And the reason why I say that is because 4 hours, listen to me, y'all, 4 hours after the mass shooting, the police hit EBK Hood. They went to the Lewis Park area around the 2800 block. Now, once they got there, they seen multiple men and a woman standing around. Now, we got to understand something. They wasn't just going on a humbug. They were called there. Somebody reported this. And once they got there, they seen these 5 people and they put them under arrest. While they are arresting these people, they find guns. Now, they are investigating these people to see if they are connected to the mass shooting that happened only 4 hours earlier and only 6 to 7 miles away from EBK's hood. Now, let's get an understanding real quick, right? Because this was not something that the police just said, hey, let's just go over here and see what's going on. No, they got a phone call. Somebody called the law and told them, hey, go check on these guys. And for some reason, the law is investigating them and trying to connect them or seeing if they are connected to the mass shooting. Now, the people that were arrested is a brother who goes by the name of Isaac Grosvenor. He's 27 years old. Destiny Willis, she's 32 years old. Kevin Lee, he's 22 years old. Javon Frank, he's 19 years old. And a 16-year-old boy. They arrested all of them for conspiracy, weapons, and gang-related charges. Yeah, it's getting tough. So now, one thing that I want to make clear is this right here. Being that all 5 of those people was arrested, law enforcement is not coming out and saying that they was arrested for the mass shooting. But however, they're investigating them. And you better believe they got their ass sitting down right now and they, hey, look, what's going on? Tell us what's happening. If you don't, we're going to give you 900 years in the penitentiary. And if any of them flaking or if EBK had anything to do with that, hey, man, they might be cooked. Everybody not strong like that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can't just sit down understanding that they have the knowledge of 4 murders. You see? Some people can just ignore that and be like, man, it is what it is. But everybody can't just sit down knowing that, hey, look, some guys that I know are involved in killing 4 people, 3 children. You see what I'm saying? Everybody can't deal with that. But not only that, though, just to throw a little icing on that cake, you know, they got a $70,000 reward out there. You see? So, you know, when you sitting there and you broke, poor, and starving, then you got a police sitting up here saying that, hey, man, listen, check this out. We don't believe you had nothing to do with it, but we do need some information, man. 3 kids was killed. And you know what, man? We got $70,000 for you. We going to send you out the state and stuff like that. You ain't got to worry about nothing. You can restart your whole life over. But we need to solve these murders. You see, for the average gangbanger that's broke, poor, and starving, that's not a bad deal. You see what I'm saying? That's not a bad deal at all. So if EBK, and I'm saying if EBK had anything to do with that mass shoot, hey, they over there pooting and farting right now. They terrified. They scared. Because they know, hey, hold on, these guys is locked up. Now, not to mention though, what if, and I'm saying if, listen to my language. What if the guys that they got locked up did do it? What if one of them was the driver? What if one of them was the shooter? You see what I'm saying? What if that's all of them right there? We don't know right now. But what we do know is that the police focused on EBK for a reason. They ain't just go over there for nothing. You understand what I'm saying? They didn't just hear about this mass shooting and then just say, hey, you know what? Let's go over here and try to arrest some guys over here in this neighborhood over here. No, It's some type of leads, or it's something that got them police believing that, hey, man, these right here are the guys that did it, or these are the guys that possibly have something to do with it. And that's what led them to go over there and start snatching people up. You see? And look, everybody on the internet, I'm talking about, look, y'all, everybody on the internet is accusing EBK. Everybody, all the people that are from Stockton, California, all the people that frequent them areas, all the people that know about the beef that's going on between Mud Brothers and EBK and all that stuff they got going on over there are accusing EBK of doing the mass shooting. Now listen, I don't have that type of information. I'm giving y'all what the word on the street is, the word on these internet streets is. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of times, a lot of people be trying to say, man, the internet be capped, and it do. But when you got people that are around them areas and know what's going on, hey, you can't deny everybody. Some people actually know what they talking about. But at the same time, it's not what you know, it's what you can prove. And I stand by that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we can have all these assumptions and stuff like that all we want, but you know, it's not what you know, it's what you can prove. But we can say what it looked like and what it appeared like. And just on the surface, as of right now, being that everybody in Stockton, California understands that EBK and Mud Brothers got a violent and deadly history, and they've been going body for body for years now. 1 + 1 = 2. It's easy mathematics. Now, before I depart, allow me to say this right here. To all you young brothers out there in Stockton, California. For all you young brothers that are interested, and I'm talking about allowing these gangbangers to influence your thoughts. Understand something real quick. Did you just see what happened? You see all them people that done got shot, and the 4 people done lost their lives. Rest in peace to all 4 of them, the kids and the adult. Rest in peace to all of them who have lost their lives, and we want to extend our condolences to their family. And for those of you who pray for them. Pray for some comfort. Pray for some strength. Pray for some understanding, because they going through it right now. Kids done lost their life. You see? So for all you young brothers who are saying, yeah, man, I want to be a part of this life and all that. Man, look, let me tell you something. The life of a gangbanger is short. Most gangbangers don't live long lives. And look, let me tell you something. 99.9% of gangbangers die for nothing. 99.9%. Do you hear me? They all die for nothing. And the cold-blooded part about that is that they gonna be forgotten. I'm talking about in a matter of months. I mean, you can get your homeboy tattooed all on your face, all on your body and all that old type of stuff. But what good is that to his children? You see? What good is that to his family? All you worth is, hey man, they done killed the homie, man. You know what? I can get a tat of the homeboy name on my face now and let everybody know that I love him. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get a shirt and I'm gonna put his face on it. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, man, I'm gonna get a whole khaki outfit and I'm gonna put all his pictures on it and all that and let everybody know that my homeboy is dead. You see? That's what you want your life to be about? You wanna die for that? You want to die for that. You want to go to jail for that right there. Come on, man. That's not worth your life. That's not worth your time. They gonna forget you. The same way they done forgot the ones before you. Yeah. Oh, listen. All these gangs right now got dead members. Ain't nobody the toughest. I don't care how much they talk. Hey man, look, we doing this, we doing that. If you was the toughest and the baddest, how people in your gang dying? How people in your gang being shot, robbed, stabbed, beat if you the baddest? Everybody got dead homies. Yeah, everybody do. And if you keep playing and thinking that you want to be a part of that gang life, you will be a dead homie too. This is Hood Educated, not Lame Related. Peace and love, and y'all take care of yourself out there. If I said anything that caused you to think, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. And if you're feeling generous, please make a small donation to the channel. Peace and love.